Welcome back, friends. In this video we'll be talking about a very intelligent and clever way to go against cancer cells and using monoclonal antibody for a specific antibody antigen interaction. So monoclonal antibody what we can say a treatment for the cancerous cells, right? Now the whole idea of using monoclonal antibody to cure or to kill the cancerous cell is based on a simple theory of cancer cells. Now what happens usually in cancer cells, they usually increase the receptors that are found onto their surface, and they decrease the content of major histocompatibility complex or MHC proteins there, right? Now here, if this is the cancerous cell, so let me talk. So say this is a normal cell. Whenever we talk about cancer cell, you must draw a normal cell and take analogy from that. And let's say this is altered now it becomes a cancerous cell, large one, cancerous cell. Now in this normal cell we are having, let's say, these are the growth receptors. So let's say these are the growth receptors like that, and let me draw the what you can say MHC molecules. So say this is MHC1 molecules. Okay, so this is MHC1 molecules, MHC1, and this is epidermal growth factor receptor or EFGR. Okay, epidermal growth factor receptors that are present in normal cell. Okay, now if we look at the altered or cancerous cells, what we can find here, we find the expression of epidermal growth factor receptors are increased in cancer cells. So if I draw this epidermal growth factor here, receptor here, so this is one, let's say, increased content of this epidermal growth factor receptors like that. Okay, and there are very few major histocompatibility complex outside, very few, and many of them are of this epidermal growth factor receptor. So now you can see increased content of EFGR is seen in cancer cells, but here is normal cell, it is controlled. Now what this epidermal growth factor receptor is doing? Now this epidermal growth factor receptor is a receptor to bind with epidermal growth factor. So there must be an interaction between EFGR and it must be EGFR, epidermal growth factor receptor, or EGFR. Okay, and it usually interacts with epidermal growth factor or EGF, right? Now this is a growth factor, right? This is a growth factor. Now this growth factor comes in and it sits onto this growth factor receptor, and it provides some signaling inside and tell the cell to grow and divide and divide and divide, right? And this is very necessary for the growth of the cell. So it is necessary for the growth and division of the cell. In normal case also we find this epidermal growth factor receptor binding EGF and it differentiates. Okay, but what happens in cancer cells, they increase this expression of epidermal growth factor receptor, so there are more epidermal growth factor that can come and signal the cell to grow and divide. As a result, it gets the property of rapidly dividing and growing cells. So that is a kind of property, right? Now there is a term, so this is the basic principle which we want to attack using monoclonal antibody treatment. Now we know that antibody are very specific to bind with antigens, right? And especially the monoclonal antibodies. So whenever we're talking about monoclonal antibody, that means mono means single, and clone means different variety of a same type of cell. So it's a single clone, we can say. So monoclonal antibody can interact with a single type of antigen. So single type of antigen. So if you design monoclonal antibodies, that particular antibody is destined to go against only a particular type of epitope. Okay, so that is a very important concept. So they can only find a particular specific antigen and bind with that only, not the other type. Okay. So if you use those monoclonal antibodies, they are very specific to go against particular antigen. Now suppose if we design some monoclonal antibody which are going against this epidermal growth factor receptors. Remember, so let's say these are the receptors. Now if we design that antibody, and let's say this is the monoclonal antibody that come and bind with these particular sections. This is the AB region, this is the AB segment or FAB segment. We all know that FAB segment is a segment to bind with antigens. Now this FAB segment are destined to bind with this epidermal growth factor receptors. As a result, this growth factor receptor are blocked. So now they cannot bind with EGF or epidermal growth factor. So if epidermal growth factor will come now, it won't bind. So it will just go away due to the blocking of these growth factor receptors using monoclonal antibodies. So we can mask those growth factor receptors using monoclonal antibodies. Now this is a way of going against this particular strategy of rapidly dividing cells in case of cancer cells. We can use this monoclonal antibody treatment. Okay, but there is a problem using this FAB or monoclonal antibodies like this one. Okay, now usually what is the problem? The problem is that in case of this case, you can see this is the FAB portion to go against the antigen or EGFR, but there is also FC portions, right? So this is FC region, this is FC region. So these segments are FC. Now these FC segments, if we produce this particular monoclonal antibody in rat or say in rabbit, then what will happen? Human antigen, other human antibodies can go against this FC region of rabbit or rat immunoglobulin, right? So what we need to do, we need to replace these FC portions with human type, right? So we cannot use human as what you can say a production house for monoclonal antibody. That is illegal. This is against ethical values, right? So that's why we need to produce them in rat or rabbit, whatever. But if we keep this FC portion as rabbit and rat, there are antibodies, anti-rat and anti-rabbit antibodies that are present. Now those anti-rat and anti-rabbit antibodies that are present there, that is present inside our body, that can go against these FC portions and that can degrade these particular antibodies. And if it does so, it will lead to failure of our process, right? So for that reason, what we need to do, we need to replace these FC portions with a human FC portion, so human FC segment. So we swap these FC portions with human segment to go against this particular problem, to go against this particular fault. Okay, so this is very, very important. Okay, now once we achieve this, we can use this monoclonal antibody for curing cancer in particular extent. But again, cancer is a kind of disease when we cannot control it with one type of example like that. We need to use many different treatment. Okay, now nowadays what we can see, this particular monoclonal antibodies are attached with some toxins. So this antibody with toxin conjugate plays a very vital role in this case, because now toxin are attached to this antibody. As a result, the toxin means we can know that if we look at the AB type of toxins, this is a kind of a subunit which pour the cell and kill the cell. So we attach toxin so that this toxin can again harm that cancerous cell and destroy it. So we can use toxin, we can use radioactive isotopes, then finally kill that cell. Okay, and one example for this process is that nowadays recent works is going on in this particular case of breast cancer, and in those cases what we can find, if this is the cancerous cell, the receptors in those cases is called HER. This is a kind of also epidermal growth factor receptor in breast cancer, and there is a kind of antibody that we can generate which will go against that place, and the antibody which is developed against this type of cancer is called Herceptin. Herceptin. So Herceptin can be utilized as that monoclonal antibody tagged with toxin or tagged with radioactive isotope to finally go against our cancerous cells. Okay, so this is the strategy. This is a modern strategy. I know that in future this strategy will develop further. Okay, so that's it. I hope that's helpful. Thank you.